episode, we are going to discuss the topic of retail therapy.
Retail therapy is when people buy things to feel better about themselves. I'm pretty sure. Like, if they're feeling down in the dumps, you go and buy yourself something nice. I think that's what it is.
What's the question again?
What is retail therapy?
Is when you spontaneously buy shit because you're stressed.
Don't swear.
Okay, it's when you spontaneously buy stuff because you're stressed.
Retail therapy is when you go out and buy stuff and you feel good.
What is retail therapy?
When you shop to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
My understanding of retail therapy is when consumers go up to the market and purchase any consumer goods that will give them utility. And in contrast, consumer will benefit from psychological effects, which makes them happier.
Now let's hear from our contestants on what they think retail therapy is.
Retail therapy is when someone shops to relieve emotional distress, to distract them from reality, and to increase their mood.
That's right, Kaylee. 5 points to Gryffindor. People often engage in retail therapy because it can ease one's mind when going through a transition, boost self-esteem, and help one to relax. Instead of seeing a counselor or a therapist, some people rely on retail therapy as a form of self-medication. Many people shop because they get a sense of satisfaction, and it has an uplifting effect in boosting their mood.
What types of situations do people use retail therapy in?
School stresses.
Imagine yourself coming home from a stressful day of school. All the assignments are piling up and the deadlines are approaching fast. The voices of all your professors informing you about your workload are cluttering your head. While the gaps between assignment deadlines are getting narrower, you wonder how you're going to fit everything in while juggling your job too. How would you cope with all that? You hit up the mall.
Relationship problems. Someone who is going through a breakup could use retail therapy for relief. For example, a teenage girl who is going through a breakup with her boyfriend will shop and buy a new Michael Kors bag to satisfy themselves. The purse will temporarily pose as a distraction by making her feel like everything is okay. Death in the family. If people aren't directly acting in retail therapy, they can see their family or friends using it. For example, someone might witness an elderly widow, such as her grandmother. Since she lost her husband and is under emotional distress, she might distract herself by shopping. This act of shopping can be online, in stores, or even buying off infomercials. After the act of shopping, women are more likely to outweigh their purchases and determine whether it was a positive or negative purchase. Even after the shopping trip, the thought of the purchases can still be a distraction from the problems in one's life. Depression. Instead of taking medication or seeking medical help, some people self-medicate themselves by shopping with friends as a way to treat their depression. If someone is not getting out of the house and socially interacting, their depression will only get worse. When someone sits in the house, they are taunted by depressing thoughts. To avoid these thoughts, getting out of the house and meeting friends at the mall can help them to feel content. Someone who is depressed will spend money on items to help them feel better. The items will bring feelings of comfort and will pose as a distraction from their depression. Hoarding. Retail therapy can also fuel hoarders. A hoarder will go to the mall and buy random items they do not need, but will find use for it to justify their need to shop. Even though a hoarder may have a desired item already in their possession, they still feel the need to repeatedly purchase items again. Some people go to the mall to shop without looking for a specific item. The act of leisurely shopping can cause one to keep acquiring new items that he or she does not need. Retail therapy can be a positive method of therapy. Shopping can help put you in a better mood. It can also be a boost in confidence to buy new clothes. Buying a new outfit can be reassuring to those who do not feel confident in the clothes they already have. Since they don't feel confident in the clothes they already own, they can justify their newly purchased outfit. Retail therapy is a coping mechanism that both genders can be guilty of using. Gender stereotypes play a significant role in seeing which gender is more than likely to shop. Let's explore this situation. Since women are usually the primary caregivers of the family, they have more people to think about when they go shopping. While on a shopping trip, the women will tend to buy more for others rather than for themselves. They can justify their purchased items on the fact that someone else's needs or will enjoy them. On the flip side, women could be shopping to get away from their duties at home and focus on themselves for a few hours. For example, a mother could tell her family she is going shopping to get out of the house. On this kind of shopping trip, she is more likely to buy something that focuses on herself, such as a handbag or a new blouse. Often, men will go to the store for a pair of pants that they need. Within about 15 minutes, they will pick up a pair of pants that seem to be the item they want, and sometimes do not even bother trying them on. This helps show that men do not weigh out their shopping decisions nearly as much as women do. Now let's turn it over to Dr. Rizzo on the phone with us to talk about the negatives of retail therapy.
Although one can gain positives from retail therapy, excessive shopping can also bring about negative effects as well. It is important for people to monitor their spending while they shop to avoid having problems with money. Many people use a credit card to pay for items they purchase at a store. However, one should not charge what they cannot afford because it can lead to severe debt. Also, before shopping, people should reconsider the reason why they are shopping. Often, when a person is stressed or upset, they will spend more money than originally planned. Therefore, society should be aware of their shopping habits and know a reasonable budget to spend if using retail therapy.
Although shopping can be uplifting, if not monitored correctly, it can lead to financial problems. When shopping, one should be aware of the possibility of being in financial debt. If one can practice good shopping habits when using retail therapy, their shopping experience will be therapeutic and beneficial. If you or someone you know has been affected negatively from excessive shopping, call the number below, 1-800-GOT-SHOP. Well, that's all we have on retail therapy this episode. Join us next time on Retail Today. Happy shopping!